Hey guys, happy Sunday. Trisha Pero here. Just wanted to come on to talk to you all about the BOGO sale that we're having. The buy one, get one free max formula, which is amazing, has 40% more ketones than our original formula. So I'll just give it a couple seconds for people to hop on. Okay, I start the numbers going up and up. What are you doing this Sunday? I'm just coming on really quick because surprise, surprise, I'm heading back to the hospital for some more baby cuddles. Can't get enough. So I'm just coming on real quick before we head out the door to go see that beautiful baby again. It's so nice when you can just cuddle them and smell them and then give them back. Everybody keeps asking me if I'm going to have more kids. I mean, the idea is fantastic, but it ain't happening. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So, today is the last day for, I think I hear little feet. Never fails. She hasn't been in. I've been doing some work in my room and she hasn't been in here, but I guarantee you she hears me live, she's gonna come. Anyway, so today's the last day for buy one box, get one box free of our Max Formula Ketones. And if you've been listening since the beginning, they have 40% more ketones than our original formula. So, I've been getting lots and lots of messages from you guys asking questions, asking flavor recommendations, all kinds of stuff. So, I thought it would be much easier for you if I kind of came on live and talked about all the questions that I'm getting. So, the first thing that I want to say is that we won't see, I've seen this once in the last year, and let me just explain some of this to you. So the Max formula of ketones is our more advanced formula, but we recently came out with our NAT formula, which is our naturally advanced technology. They're naturally fermented, completely bioidentical to what our body makes. They're patented. No one will ever be able to copy that formula that we have. So they have the same amount of ketones as the Max does. It's just like a cleaner, more efficient version. So naturally, Prove It is going to slowly transition everything. As you've started to see, like Raspberry Lemonade, Splash, Heart Tart are now in the NAT formula. So they're wanting to kind of transition everything to that. And so they're, giving you guys a great deal on these Max formulas, which I still drink Max formula all the time. And so it's a great, we're not going to see, I've never seen like a percentage off that has this high of a discount, because with the buy one get one free, it's usually $130 a box. So you're paying $65 a box instead, literally 50% off. And if you're not sure, like, about if you want to try it, you're not quite sure if you can swing it, I have been recommending to lots of people to split it with somebody, and it's actually worked out well. Several people have split it with a friend, so they can either have extra ketones if they want to double up to maximize their results. Like personally, there are some weeks where if I'm struggling with cravings or I know that I'm going to be around certain foods, I will take an extra caffeine free in the afternoon around 3 o'clock, and it helps like a lot. And then the other thing too is that if I know I have like a busy night, or like I've worked all day and I know we're going to be doing something that night, I'll also take one in the afternoon as well. So with that being said, this is the best deal that you're going to see, number one. Number two, you can't afford not to buy these ketones. So why do I say that? And I know that sounds like, that sounds salesy, right? But really, you can't, because you can't put a price on the quality of your life. You're gonna feel more energy. I've said it time and time and time again on these videos that that's my favorite of all time benefit. Like, I was lacking so much energy, so exhausted, with 2 little ones running around. My husband works full time. When I started Prove It, I was working full time. My husband has an auto detailing side gig, and then I have this. So it was just like a lot going on, and the energy, like, it keeps me being able to not only do it all but feel successful. And obviously that's something that I think as moms or parents in general, we kind of struggle with, wanting to be able to do everything. And, that's something we have to sometimes come to terms with, but it's a really hard concept. So when you feel amazing and you feel like you can tackle all these things, then it's totally worth it. Like, one of the things that comes to mind is like supper. So if I would work all day, because mind you, I was working 40 hours, and come home, like, the thought of having to cook supper was just overwhelming. And as some of you know, I am a social worker by trade, and I absolutely love it, which is another reason why I kind of got into this, because I'm all about helping others. It just comes naturally to me. I like to pay it forward. So sometimes that can be emotionally draining. And so I'd come home at the end of the day, and my husband, it used to be kind of a joke, I guess, between the two of us, but it wasn't really funny, that if he came home and I was like either sitting on the floor with the kids or on the couch, he knew that there was no supper. Like, we were eating takeout or heating something up in the microwave or frozen pizza or something that we shouldn't be eating. And personally, like, that didn't feel good, but I had nothing left. If I had nothing left to cook supper, that means I had nothing left for my kids, which feels really awful, because as working parents, we don't get a lot of time with our kids as it is. So you want to make the most of that time. So reading books, like, at night, and that was so overwhelming to me. And then now my daughter's in kindergarten, so she was, she now has, like, books that she reads, and, like, we try to work on homework stuff, and it comes so much easier, and I'm able to get through all of that routine with her, whereas before I didn't feel like working on anything extra with her at the end of the day. Like, I was completely done. So I digressed, as all of you know I do, but I think it's important for you to know how much it's changed my life, and that's just a glimpse of the energy that I feel. Like, I'm more active in general. Hey, Mariana. Energy, number one, okay? I've said it time and time again. If I don't lose another pound, which I will, because I'm still consistently losing, I'll be happy. Like, my quality of life is amazing. I feel great. I feel more confident. Like, I will be happy. So that's one huge benefit. Fat loss is another. So those of you who do take the ketones, and especially if you supplement it with the ketogenic diet, then you know that it targets your fat areas first. So first thing I lost was my little double chin that I had. And the next thing was, like, my belly started to go. And that was huge to me, because I carried a lot more fat in my stomach after my second child double than my first. So that was awesome. Appetite suppression. So when I first started with the ketogenic diet, you know how the cravings and your appetite, when you do any kind of lifestyle change in general, it's hard. Like, you're thinking, like, I'm gonna have to deprive myself, and I'm gonna be hungry, and oh my god, I can't eat anymore, and it's really overwhelming. So when I was feeling some of the challenges with my appetite or cutting back on cravings, that was non-existent with the ketones. Completely non-existent. Better sleep. I sleep so much better at night, even if it's less sleep. It's more restful sleep, so I feel like I can get up and conquer the day. Better mood, like, again, my husband can vouch for that. I think my kids can vouch for it too, because my patience is definitely a lot higher. So those are just like, that's just a little snippet of the things that you are going to experience when you add this to your life. So I've gone down, like I said, I've lost weight, so I've gone down 4 pant sizes. You know, I try not to weigh myself every day, but I've lost more than 35 pounds at this point. You know, and I just feel better overall. The end, feel better. So before I go on to what's available and what my flavor recommendations are and how you can use them, my giveaway for those existing customers. Anybody who comments below with their success on ketones will be entered in to win an extra 5-pack of ketones of your choice, like depending on what quantities I have. So that could be keto cream, that could be you know, the Keto Calm, could be ketones, depending on what I have for Unleashed. I'll even include Unleashed in there. So go ahead, all existing customers, this giveaway is open to you, because I want everybody else to see that it's not just me, I'm not just making this up, and how it's changed your life, because I don't think I talk about it enough. I don't think we talk about it enough. I think that there are so many ways that it's changed people's lives, and I think it's important for others to know your story so they know it's coming from a real person. So that's my giveaway. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is what is available right now, because yesterday, I wish I could have came on live yesterday, but it was a crazy day. As you guys know, with my sister having her baby, we are taking care of my nephew, and we went up again to see the baby, spent some time up there, and then we had some other stuff to do, and then we had some friends over, so I didn't really have a chance to come on live, which is why I'm here today. Sorry I couldn't get to you yesterday. I mean, I did post about it, but if you looked on the website, you saw that, like, things were flying off the shelf, right? So the Purple Rain, unfortunately, is completely sold out. That one was a flash flavor. That one, you know, was not available in the store at all times. So I'm not surprised, because people love that one. And then yesterday, Maui Punch sold out, but it restocked this morning. And then Splash Charged sold out, and Key Lime Charged sold out. And I think and then Raspberry Lemonade Charged, which charges with caffeine. Okay, so I'm going to go through the products real quick, and I'm looking right now. So Key Limeade is only available in the caffeine-free. So what would I recommend with that? I would recommend that, actually, let me tell you, Key Limeade, Splash, Raspberry Lemonade, Maui Punch, and Swiss Cacao are all available, in caffeine-free. So first of all, you can do the caffeine-free if you're really sensitive to caffeine. I've shared with a lot of you, though, that the charge, to me personally, you do get a lot more energy with the charge, but they both work equally as great. And people have asked me, like, well, would you get the jitters or with the caffeine if you're sensitive to caffeine? I haven't had any customers that have experienced that. However, if you're not allowed to have caffeine, like per your doctor or something, go for the caffeine free. Or if you're like me and every once in a while you really want to boost your results or like make it through a really rough week. We've had a really busy January. I feel after Christmas is when it's supposed to slow down, but it hasn't. We had a couple more Christmas parties that we had to go to. We had a couple more other things we went to. Every single time I took a caffeine free in the afternoon, and I am happy to say that in the entire month of January, I have not cheated once, not one time, because I committed that this month I was going to be 100% like strict, not a French fry, not a nothing. And I am very thankful that though that extra dose of ketones in the afternoon has helped me with the dinner parties that we've had to go to. So that right there in itself is huge. So you can get all those things I just listed, which the link is in the title. And you can grab, so if you're already an existing customer and you want to boost your results, go grab a caffeine-free flavor and add it to your afternoons every once in a while. Even if you want to just add it to a few days a week while you're doing like I think they call it like a warrior fast, right? I never can remember, which is when you fast like supper to supper or supper to like 3 the next day. That's one of the things, like I work part-time now, so on those days I always have a caffeine-free packet like at lunch, and then it holds me till supper. So it really I'm really boosting my fat loss. Okay, so that's one of the things right there. The next thing is so the key limeade tastes just like it sounds, key lime. That's one of my favorites. That's one of the ones I want to get my hands on. I have some, but I just absolutely love it. The splash is like a grapefruit watermelon, kind of like a Jolly Rancher. The Maui Punch is like Hawaiian Punch. The raspberry lemonade is exactly what it sounds like. And the Swiss cacao I'm grabbing today, caffeine free, because for 2 reasons. I love to put that one in iced coffee. Absolutely love it. It is literally like a mocha fat burning latte. So I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning with my keto cream, and then in the afternoon, depending on if I break my fast or not, I will have another one with heavy cream, and if I don't want to break my fast, I'll have another one with more keto cream, because keto cream does not break your fast. So I will add a packet of caffeine-free Swiss cacao in there. And it's amazing. Like, amazing. And talk about chocolate cravings. The other reason why I'm grabbing another pack of this caffeine-free flavor is because you know how sometimes you're just like craving chocolate? Mix this up with a little bit of almond milk, water and heavy cream, or even some coconut milk, whatever. And it's the best chocolate milk you've ever tasted. It's literally, when you open the package of the Swiss cacao, it tastes like a fudge brownie. And I'm not making this up. It is chocolate on steroids. And I'm not a huge sweet person. But when I'm craving chocolate, I'm craving chocolate. So that's one of the reasons why I'm getting my hands on this, because I'm going to get 2 of them for the price of 1. Okay, next thing, charged flavors. I'm taking a lot longer than I thought I would, but that's okay. Charged flavors. Right now, Maui Punch is back in stock. It's not going to be for long. I would grab that one. And Swiss cacao. Those are the only 2 charged flavors we have. Not surprised, because charged is really popular and people have really jumped on that one right there. They really, really wanted that. So I would say, okay, so the Maui Punch, I'm just looking to make sure I got this right. Okay, so Maui Punch, yep, like I said, Hawaiian Punch, and then the Swiss cacao I just talked about. So those are the 2 flavors we have right now in charged. So yeah, that's the ketones, that's the flavor recommendations, that's I think everything I wanted to touch. The last thing I want to talk about is the business opportunity. I'm going to go live tonight with some pretty big news about how Prove It is changing our lives again. Because as you know, it's already changed. For those of you who have been following me, so many things have changed. I went from working 40 hours a week, like barely being able to breathe and keep up, to working 24 hours a week. I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays off. Like, it does not get better than that. And, you know, and I still love what I do. So getting out of the house Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's like, still gets me out of the house, still gets me talking to other adults, like, you know, just the act of getting out of the house, right? And being around other adults versus just my kids is nice. But like, I still have those 2 extra days. Like, what would you do with 2 extra days? Because I'll tell you what, for me, I just get to spend time with my kids. I get to do things around the house. We get to go to activities. So not only do I get to actually bring them to the activities, you know, like dance, and this summer we did the gymnastics thing. swimming. We do swimming lessons. Like, yeah, what else? I know I'm missing. Oh, Girl Scouts, all these things. Not only do I get to bring them because now I have the time, right? But I can afford to pay for it. Like, my income is what, my Prove It income is what pays for this stuff. So that right there is huge. And then you've seen me talk about things like I posted the other day about my cleaning lady. Another thing that I have started treating myself to, because one, I am losing weight, and two, because I'm making, more money with Prove It, is my nails. Like, look how fabulous my nails are. My nail tech is the best. That is me time. Like, that's something that I felt super guilty about paying for before. Some of you saw the other day that I posted about potentially, like, I have no eyelashes. You can't probably see anything. Like, that, treating myself to fake eyelashes. Like, I would have never even thought twice about that, because the expense to me would have been too much. Would have felt guilty about it. Like, taking money, that we would have used for something else. But I can treat myself to those things. Same thing with the cleaning lady. Like, my husband and I just had a conversation yesterday because she just came this week and I feel like my house is a mess. I said, you know what? Like, I feel like we are going to get to, things are going so well. I said, maybe I have her come every week instead of every other week now, because I can pay for that. Like, I can pay for that, which is amazing. And that's something that's probably one of my most favorite treats that I do for myself, because I no more worry about having to pick up, having to clean. Like, obviously, I shouldn't say pick up. I pick up. But I literally was that mom that would follow her kids around, like, when they were playing with stuff. And I remember catching myself sometimes being like, what are you doing? Like, your kids are playing and you're following them and picking up their mess. Like, how does that make them feel? So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Like, I know someone's coming and they're going to make everything sticky free. So that's amazing in itself. But lastly, I'm not going to share right now, but we have some big news that I'm going to share tonight live with my husband, because it includes him as well. And another way that Prove It is changing our life. So I don't know what time, because we have a lot going on today. And again, we have our nephew, so I'm just not sure what time, but we'll be on live tonight, maybe 7, 8-ish, depending on if the kids go to bed on time, to talk about our big news, and share what direction that our life is going in at this point. So if you've even thought for a second about wanting more income, like, what would you do with $100? Like, I have so many promoters that make, like, anywhere from, some make 1,000, but some make like 100, some make $500. Like, what would you do with $100 extra a month? And not really by doing anything but what you're already doing, because most of you are already on Facebook, scrolling through Facebook. And if you love the product, then you believe. If you're taking the product, then you love the product. And if you love the product, then you believe in the product, right? So what would you do with just a little bit of extra money? How would you treat yourself? Or would it help you pay bills, or help pay daycare, or could it help send your kid to dance? But anyway, reach out to me, because it only costs $37. We do have what we call promoter packs. That really is a huge jumpstart. And today we have a really big sale on a promoter pack. Because it comes with everything that typically comes with is 22% off, and you get 3 boxes of Heart Tart, which Heart Tart hasn't been available for quite a while. So that's huge in itself. So anyway, I took way too long, but I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm going to get some more baby cuddles, snuggles, smells, all that fun stuff. And we'll be back on tonight.